and welcome once again to Comic Haul Wednesday. I'm Jason, and this is my weekly haul video where I share with you the new books I picked up today, look at what I'm expecting from each of the books, what I think of the series thus far, kind of a contrast then when I do my review later in the week. So let's get down to business, and we start off first with Lobster Johnson, Satan Smells a Rat. Never picked up this book before. It's a one-shot. Last week I picked up BPRD Hell on Earth. Really enjoyed that book. It had a real horror movie kind of vibe to it, and I really enjoyed it. Usually when I pick up a book, it puts me off if it's connected to a lot of other books, but I so enjoyed that book that I thought I'd give this one a try. It's a one shot. I know nothing about the character other than it's also from Hellboy, just like BPRD. So yeah, I'll try it out. If I don't like it, I won't pick it up again. But yeah, it looks interesting. Certainly an interesting name, and yeah, interesting concept. So yeah, I'll give that one a whirl, see what it's like. Next up from DC Comics, we have got Justice League, issue number 20. This has been delayed for a couple of weeks. Don't know why. A lot of Jeff Johns books seem to be delayed lately. He's a very busy man, so not really surprising. But yeah, this book, the first thing that struck me was there's a lot of names on the cover over here, which will probably mean we've got a lot of artists on the book, which is not something I like. But this book's improved. I've enjoyed what they're doing lately. It's more character based, and I do like that. It's still not the greatest book, you know, it's not up there with Daredevil or anything, but it's good. I think I'm definitely going to keep getting this until through Trinity War, because I want to read Trinity War, and I kind of probably reassess it after Trinity War. So I think it has improved since Throne of Atlantis, but has it improved enough to stay on my pull list? That is the question. Next up we have issue 20, also from DC Comics, of Justice League Dark. This is my favourite Justice League book. If I could only buy one Justice League book a month, this would be it. Every month, fantastic issue, fantastic story. I like the characters in the book, the stories that they tell. The art as well, Mikhail Yanin I like, but this issue, like the last issue, he does the layouts, but he does not do the actual artwork. Vincenti Sufrentes does the art. Mikhail Yanin just does the layouts. Did they word it in here? Yeah, finishes. It says Mikhail Yanin does layouts and covers, and does the cover, and Vincenti Sufrentes does the finishes. I don't know how that works. I don't know if he just roughly sketches it and then Sufrentes comes in and finishes it off. I don't know. But yeah, but still a really good book. Really enjoying this one. Always look forward to a bit of Justice League Dark. Next up we have Five Ghosts, The Haunting of Fabian Gray, issue 3. I'm really enjoying this book. This book's just so much fun. I did have a bit of a horror moment. I went to my local comic shop and they were sold out, and I was like, no, not Five Ghosts, because they usually have loads left of Five Ghosts, but they didn't have it. So I had to go to Forbidden Planet, which is another comic shop near me. Fortunately, it's only like 10 minutes from the one comic shop to the other. So fortunately they still had it, so I was able to pick up Five Ghosts today, which I'm well chuffed with, because like I say, this is one of my favourite books as well at the moment. Really loving it, just a load of fun. If you just want a lot of fun, this is definitely the book to try. Five Ghosts. That would probably be second on my reading list this week. Next up we have Avengers, issue number 12 from Marvel Comics. We're jumping over to Marvel now. And this is one that I'm considering dropping. I'm enjoying the story. Just for me, it's not the Avengers. The story itself, there's nothing wrong with it. And I think you look at Hickman's independent stuff, like East is West and Manhattan Projects, and they're good books. And you can do stuff like that where you go off random onto something else. But when you got a book and it's got Avengers on the cover, you expect it to be centered around the Avengers. And yeah, you're going to go off sometimes and build other bits of story, but you're still going to come back to the Avengers. And for me, up till now, it hasn't had enough. Last issue was really good, a really fun issue, and more of a bit what I wanted. But we'll see if you can keep that consistently, and I'm going to have to make a choice, because I like worked out my books for June, and I was horrified to see, I don't know why, but just it's so much higher what I'm spending in June to July and May. Yeah, a lot of the books are the same, and I can't understand why. And I've got to go back and really look at, like, are there more issues coming out or something, because it just seems really high. So, you know, I'm going to have to cut back on some books, which means, because like usually if I had like a one-off month like that, I would just absorb it for the month, but at the moment financially I can't do that, so I'm going to have to drop some. And this is always going to be one of those books that, like, it's a twice a month book, so it's always going to be one of the first books you look at, because you think, well, 2 issues a month come out of this, so you basically saving 2 comics. So yeah, I am considering. I'll see. When I've read this issue, I'll make my mind up, because this is the difficulty. I am enjoying it. It's just, it's not Avengers for me. It's not the Avengers. It's a good book. It's just not a good Avengers book. So we'll see. When I've read that one, hopefully I'll be able to make a decision. Next up, this is the first book that I'm going to be reading this week, Daredevil, issue number 26, the feature, the thicker issue. We'll see what we get. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I always look forward to a bit of Daredevil, and a bit of extra Daredevil is even better. Next up, we have issue 10 of the Superior Spider-Man. Love, 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 love that cover. I'm so pleased that Ron Stegman, is it Ron? I can't remember his first name, but Stegman is still on art. Yeah, Ryan, not Ron, Ryan. Ryan Stegman is on art. I really like, out of the 3 artists they have on this book, I really like he's the best, and that cover is really, it's simple, but I just think it's really like, it's a kind of elegant and beautiful all at the same time. So yeah, I really do like that cover, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with this one now. Not Weighed Down Anymore by Peter Parker. What is the Superior Spider-Man going to be like now? And what does he have in store? Next up, we have Uncanny Avengers issue 8 AU. I typically have stayed away from any of the kind of like tie-ins, because in the past I've got bitten by them by buying a load of tie-ins that really don't have nothing to do with the main story and don't really add anything to the main story. So this time I've stayed away, but Rick Remender, who writes it every month, writes this issue as well. Where a lot of the other AU issues, it's a different writer they bring in to write the one issue. And he said, Rick Remender says that this is going to tie in a lot with the regular book, so it's important to get it, because it will have some important information in it. So I'm hoping he ain't blowing smoke just to sell comics. But in Rick I trust, so I picked it up, and I've got to say, this is my favourite Avengers book at the moment. There's a lot of books with Avengers on the title that aren't actually Avengers books. You look at the Secret Avengers, that is basically the Secret Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You look at New Avengers, that's the Illuminati. You look at the Avengers, and that's the Cosmic Adventures of the Marvel Universe. You look at Avengers Arena, and that's basically Marvel does the Hunger Games. And you've got other books that have got Avengers in the book, but they're not Avengers books. This for me is an Avengers book. You've got a team that's been come together, that don't get on, that they've got nothing in common other than that they want to save the day, and they've got to somehow work together despite having nothing in common, and they've got to work as a team, and that for me is the Avengers. You know, where the X-Men, they were always had the bond that they were all mutants. The Fantastic Four were family. The Avengers didn't have that. They were these random people that have been brought together by fate to fight against a threat that they can't fight alone. Yet they have nothing in common with each other, and that for me is the Avengers. And for me, a lot of the Avengers books haven't been having that. And they're not Avengers. It just seems to be the sad fact that if you put Avengers on the cover, it sells a lot more issues, even though it doesn't describe what is inside the book. But this for me is definitely the best Avengers book right now. And like I said about Justice League Dark being the only Justice League, you know, if I could only buy one Avengers book a month, this would be it. I'm really enjoying Remender. It started off a bit ropey, but it's really improved, and I'm really enjoying it and looking forward to that. Probably be about 3rd, 4th book I read this week, that will. And then finally we have Uncanny X-Men issue number 6. Been enjoying this. Issue 3 by far was the best issue, and it hasn't really quite reached them heights since. I'm not totally keen on all of the students, but I'm hoping this kind of story is going to be the type of story that brings everybody together and sort of really brings them to the forefront and showing them what they've got involved with. And I just love Fraser Irving's art. I think he does his own colours as well, because Looking through this book, it looks the way it's all coloured is a very kind of unique way. But yeah, I just really like, I don't know how well you can see that in here because the light's sort of funky. It's early evening here, and the light goes a bit funky. This is one of the pictures that caught my attention flicking through it. But yeah, I love Frazer Irving's artwork, and I love the way he colours, because I think there's no colourist mentioned here, so I think he colours his own books. But yeah, enjoying this one still, so I look forward to reading that. So that's my books for this week. Thank you very much for watching my video. I will be back on Friday. We will have changes on Friday with my video. Nothing major, just the name. My video every week, it's Super Fast Comic Book Reviews. And the idea was that Super was that it was mainly superhero books, and Fast was that each review was short. But weekly it's a video that's around about 20 minutes, and I don't think you can call a video that's 20 minutes fast. So I've decided I'm going to change the name, so there'll be a new name. It's not going to be a major change, maybe just one word. Take the word fast out, put something instead. But I just thought, you know, it doesn't really accurately describe what it is. So yeah, so that's going to be a change. But my review video, that's easy for me to say, my review video will be up on Friday, fingers crossed. If not Saturday the latest, it should be up. Yeah, so that's everything. Thank you as always for watching. I always appreciate everybody who watches my videos and leaves comments. But that's me done for this week. I've been Jason Ardron. This has been Comic Haul Wednesday. I'll see you again. Bye for now.